Stephanie Keenan Ray and Wendy Tadiucci. How you doing today?
Oh,
I'm gonna have the giggles
And
now. Oh my
SuperKate.
gosh.
hello.
Yay!
Hello. I'm great.
Gosh.
Yay!
Hi. I hope the
Let's
audience
see.
is doing well today too.
Right?
Yeah, and and if you're not, it's all good.
Yeah.
You come in here and we'll hopefully help you crack a smile. And if
Hopefully.
not, that's okay too. You be you, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. So what's happening with me?
Mm.
I have a retreat planned
Woohoo!
for next year, June 7th through 11th, 2027. I've got the house booked, the Airbnb stuff. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's gonna be great.
we are going to be experiencing the feeling of calm
Mm-hmm.
and anchoring in that for those days. And I'm going to be doing some teaching, some training, but we're also going to be doing some field trips. Like we're
Mm-hmm.
going to a salt cave, which is
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
also a spa. We're going to be enjoying a lavender farm and
Mm-hmm.
some activities.
Ooh.
We're going to a cat cafe
Yes, love
because
those.
animals just make your nervous system happy. So we're going to go cuddle some cats. There's a couple other things that are going to be happening. I've got a beautiful restaurant in town, Cafe Trilogy, that's going to be providing all of the meals. It's going to be
Nice.
top notch. You come, you join us. You don't have to lift a finger. You just, there's
Perfect.
plenty of time. There's plenty of space in this house
Yep.
for you,
Yep.
right? It's going to be like 8 total,
Mm-hmm.
including me because I need a bed to sleep in. Thank you very much. So really 7 spaces. And I'm so excited because everything is just rolling out. Everything is just opening up. When I've tried to
Mm-hmm.
do this in the past for a retreat, I got block after block after block. This is
Mm-hmm.
totally different. So I feel like the universe is going, okay, it's your time. Here you go.
Yeah.
Huh. The women need this.
Yeah.
So that's me.
Mm-hmm.
I am totally jazzed.
Yay!
Awesome.
I'm so
So
excited for
excited.
you.
I am, yeah, beyond. So that's what about you, Steph?
I am working on a new website. It's almost complete, so I'm very
Ooh.
excited about that because my old one, I didn't even like people to see it because it was so
Okay.
misaligned at this point.
Mhm.
So, yeah, basically that's why I created the link tree was so that they didn't have to go to my website.
Oh, that's
Like,
why.
here's all the other things you can find out about me.
Diversion.
Diversion, exactly. And so now, I mean, I still like the link tree because it's an easy option
Mhm.
to be like,
Sure.
okay, so Stephanie does a podcast and she does networking and she
Stephanie does a
runs
lot.
CEO and she does this and she does that. Um, but and the random workshops or whatever we might do are all
Yeah.
there easy, so
Yeah.
Linktree is lovely for that. But and this is not an ad for Linktree, but it's pretty awesome. um
We should see if they can be our sponsors.
right. We need some sponsors if
We
you
do.
guys want to promote
Let
your
us know who
thing.
you love and connect us with them and they can be our sponsors. There you go.
um but yeah, so I'm very excited to have that pretty much almost
Yeah.
completely built and then to
Can't wait to see it.
be heading to Denver in 19 days, was it? Something like that. No,
No,
not
13,
13.
16 days. What was it?
16 days till I hit the road. Yes.
Exciting. And
Probably
then I get to see
22 until
you.
the actual summit. Yeah.
Oh my God. And then you're rolling through LaPorte the end of June. So I
Mm-hmm.
get to see you and Amy and Melanie, right? And Gabe
Yes.
and your
And
son,
Gabe.
of
Yep.
course.
Yeah. So it's going to be awesome.
Nice.
Many
Yeah.
good things.
Yeah. It's going to be
Nice.
wicked good. Now I just have to get that talk in my head. That's the biggest thing.
You will.
I will. I'm getting there. I'm really
You will.
close. I'm
Be
really
sure to get it in
close.
your heart.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're
That's
all. It's pretty much a bunch of stories. It's just
well,
presenting it well.
uh, um, it's in your heart. It's
Hmm.
going to come out the way it's meant to come out.
Yes, that's the biggest thing. Is right now
Yeah.
I still have that moment where I wrote it a certain way, and I'll go to practice and it doesn't come out exactly the way I wrote it, and I'm like, and you stop yourself. So I have to train myself to not stop myself, because nobody's gonna know except for me, and no one's gonna know.
No one's gonna know.
So it's training myself that and doing the
Okay.
reps. Yeah. So
Girl, let it be easy.
I am.
Just let it be easy.
I mean, when you're gonna keynote in front of, for me, 70 people is a lot. That's, you gotta be prepared. You can't just be like,
There's prepared and there's also easy, and the two can coexist at the same time.
well, it is easy. Literally, most of my prep for me is listening to myself talk in my ears. That's how my brain memorizes things.
Nice.
It's not the like reading it 10,000 times. Yeah,
It's gonna be amazing. I wish I was there to hear your stories.
I know. Next time.
Is it going to get recorded?
It is going to get recorded. It's just, I mean, Amy's going to be there. Of course it's going to get
Of course it's gonna
recorded.
be recorded, and it'll be recorded well.
Exactly.
Yes, it will. That girl knows her stuff.
She does. All right. Should we do oracle cards? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Uh-huh.
Do it.
All right. So I want to
You
read
lead the way?
Kate's first, because
Oh, okay,
it
Kate.
came up. It's a new card for me. So she wanted the rooted women, and I really need to know what this means. So I must read it.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
It's kind of cool. So, Kate got the old crane woman, the guardian of the threshold.
Oh, God, I got chills. Okay.
Right.
Ooh.
Okay, I can't read with these fuckers on. Okay.
Now it's gonna be marked explicit. Here we
Yep.
go.
Thanks to me.
Let's fucking do it.
Exactly. In Celtic mythology, cranes are associated with old women. They guard the treasures of the other world and the entrances to otherworldly abodes. Like the heron, the crane's ability to move between water, land, and air makes her a symbol of shape-shifting and magic. She's a powerful and lineal bird who acts as a guide to those who wish to travel through the borderlands. In the course of any journey, we'll arrive at one or more thresholds which separate one place and one world from another. They are transition points into new ways of being, and all are such thresholds have their guardians, who ensure that those who approach are equipped for the crossing. The guardian of the threshold isn't necessarily a menacing monster who might bite your head off, but she's not to be messed with either. Her judgment is final. You're either ready for this new adventure or you're not. Old Crane Woman is something of a contradiction. She has the wildness of a bird, but the steadiness of a wise old woman. Her decision about your stability for the challenges ahead will depend upon how you approach her, and the chances are she'll have a test for you, a question or a riddle to solve. But the guardian of the threshold isn't your adversary. If you're ready for the crossing, she's the one who will show you the way. The old crane woman, if you ask her nicely and are sure to pay your respects, is your soul guide. In this card, she invites you to step forward to answer her questions about your readiness of the journey ahead, and to reveal to her the essence of who you are.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So we have like a very small lake that we share with our neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have a heron crane
Mm-hmm.
that lives here part of the year. Yeah.
That's awesome.
There are geese too, but the heron
You
has
have
been
geese too?
yeah.
We've
Yeah,
got
but-
geese and we've got baby. We gotta talk. Anyway.
But yeah, the heron has been around the last few days. It's been
Oh my goodness.
gorgeous. Yeah. A blue heron. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
And so does this kind of resonate? This card resonate for you?
Yeah. 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 I would
Cool.
say that while I don't necessarily deny people
Yeah.
passage, there is a there's been a sort of a repeatable, that's not the word I'm looking for, but there have been many instances in the last few weeks
Mm.
where I have been the point of not, I don't want to say reckoning or judgment because that feels too
Yeah.
strong,
Yeah.
but the point.
Decision making. Yeah. Like where
Yeah.
you're just like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
So,
awesome. That's awesome.
yeah.
Cool.
Yay.
Well, and
I
that crane
feel
in your lake is probably your
that is
guard,
fine.
keeping an eye on you.
Gosh. And when Steph read the that it's, you'd get to decide who passes and who doesn't, you do it nicely, but also, you don't mess with you. And I feel like that's you. Or you
Yeah.
do it
Yeah.
nicely, but you don't get messed with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've also found just a few moments of my like past versions of like, my 2023 version of myself
Okay.
facing that 2020, like this 2026 version. And that
Oh,
this
yeah.
version is like, yeah, that's not going to fly here. Thank you, though. I appreciate the trauma that you're coming in with. And this is just, we're going to have a conversation and you're going to be on your way because this is where we're going. So,
Nice.
yeah.
And you
I
brought the
love
birds
that.
in with that because you said it's not going to fly here. So it's right there. Nice. Well done.
FYI, Wendy's a crazy bird lady.
I am a crazy bird lady.
Embrace it. We
Great.
love it.
Great.
Yeah, we love it.
SuperKate,
I'm all
we gotta
for the
talk.
outdoor birds. I'm not an indoor bird human.
Not either. Don't cage
That's
a
good.
bird.
No,
Oh,
thank you. Good. At least we're on the same page with that.
don't cage. That just makes me want to cry if I see a caged bird. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. You want to do your thing?
On that note, okay, yes. So I pulled from the angels and ancestors, and I got a drum. Dream and journey. Uh-huh. Journey inwards to uncover insights and information that will be important for your path. Then follow the guidance. In shamanic traditions in all four corners of the world, the drum is recognized as the main tool used by medicine men and women to direct their will and aid meditation. A drum beat can become hypnotic and send those listening into an altered state that can allow them to journey to the spiritual realms and meet their guides. When the drum card appears in a reading, there are opportunities for you to dream or to bring an inner vision into reality. That is exactly what's happening with the retreat, with the
Yeah.
up-leveling of peaceful pages turning into the calm advantage.
Yep.
Yeah. Target. Bullseye.
Yay.
I love it. Yeah.
Yay. Awesome.
Wow.
All right. And I got the forest.
Ooh,
Finding
that's
the
a pretty
path.
one.
Oh,
It
that's
is a
beautiful.
pretty one. I love it.
What's it say underneath?
The finding your path.
Ooh.
So the forest of the northern European fairy tales are dark, dangerous places, abundant with disconcerting shadows and populated by tightly packed trees. They represent the world beyond the village, the community, and an other world, steeped with mythology and magic, which lies outside the normal human experience. Usually the dark wood is the home of witches and monsters, personifying all the fears of the collective unconsciousness. When you enter the forest, you're accepting the inevitability of transformation. Something is going to change. Something may be lost, but something, if you embark on the journey with a true heart and willingness to learn, will always be gained. This card invites you to trust in the bone-deep alchemy of metamorphosis and to take the plunge into the unknown. Once you find yourself caught up in the formidable entanglements of the forest, it's not always clear, especially when choices have to be made which path you should take. Often it's the overgrown path, the one that looks to be the darkest and the least promising, which will lead you to what you're looking for. And sometimes there's no obvious path at all, and you're forced to forge your own way through the trees. Even in the loneliest forests, there are allies and helpers to be found if you're paying attention. But be sure to look closely and don't jump to the obvious conclusions. A wolf isn't always going to eat you, and the old woman carrying her basket of berries isn't always a witch. Treasure the tiniest traces of light, because even the darkest forests, there's hope to be found.
Mm.
Isn't that spot on?
Yeah.
On so many levels. I mean, just that last bit, like, even the darkest treasures, there's hope to be found. Like, I kind of feel like everything I do is to try and help people have hope and shine their lights and,
Yes.
whatnot. But I also, it just seems to be a recurring theme that, right now is a time of, like, you don't really know what's in front of you. And you just have to trust and keep going. And, but I also find that to be a very interesting card because I've always loved the forest, first off, but the old fairy tales, too, of, like, the adventures in the forest and the things that you can find in the forest. And, that you have to be observant and find whether it's good or bad or whatever. But it also reminds me of being in the Czech Republic and playing in the forest and going foraging for mushrooms with my bestie and all these amazing things. And, and because those forests in the Czech Republic are truly like, they are old forests, and they are that forest that fairy tales are made of. And you're like, it's just not like this in America.
Oh, wow.
Our forests are far too new.
That's wow.
So
I can
yeah,
just picture
it's
it.
just a beautiful
Bad.
kind of little moment, and that was a beautiful card. So yeah, it just reminds me to keep finding the good in the world.
Indeed. And wow, what a beautiful time to introduce our guest.
Yeah.
Right on
Hello.
point. So we are, Steph and I are so excited to welcome to the Smiling Souls podcast, SuperKate. I always picture like a cape behind you when I think of you and say SuperKate. SuperKate is a world-renowned hugger and somatic life coach. She's the one you come to when the outside world says, "You're so amazing, you're crushing it." But behind the scenes, you're secretly falling apart. Success doesn't have to come with panic attacks and being responsible for all the things. If your calm isn't real and your boundaries don't stick, you need a shift. Kate guides workaholic leaders in breaking old survival patterns and leaning into their calm strength. After years of supporting performers in the entertainment industry and coaching high achievers, she has helped women go from being overextended perfectionists to grounded and assured that everything's going to get done. SuperKate believes when you break the stress cycle and stop people-pleasing, you become a better leader, a more loving family member, and recapture the energy to change the world. Welcome to Smiling Souls, SuperKate.
Thank you. Thank you. It's fascinating in your intros, what we were talking about earlier, and just all this, like how these little crossovers are already happening between.
Right.
So, so Stephanie, I don't know if we talked about the fact that I'm Czech so I have unfortunately not been there, but I have like relatives in the Czech Republic.
Huh.
So there's that.
Nice.
I am also, my new website is about to be launched. Yeah.
Wow.
And then Wendy, I am also a cat person, and the reason my morning was so good was because I was helping a feral cat that we're trying I thought was going to take much longer to like
Hmm.
get acquainted.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he said today was the day, and I basically had to like change out of my clothes because he was rubbing everywhere on me.
Oh,
And yeah, so now is the process of trying to
yep.
Yeah.
get him in a kennel so that we
Hmm.
can get him taken, like
Oh,
neutered and
yeah.
everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was such a magical morning. So like cats and yeah. And
That's
when you
awesome.
said earlier also how spending time with animals is so calming for the nervous system, that
A
is
100%.
part of like as a huge part of how I have gotten to where I am now over the last few years and the walls that I
Mm-hmm.
had been hitting prior to that. I've always sort of
Yeah.
had cats, but where I'm at now and experiencing nature at a level that I have, I mean, I kind of grew up around, but like actually
Hmm.
being present for it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
as much as my like part of me calls for the New York lifestyle that I used to have,
Yeah.
being able to be just in a moment with this little creature that isn't sure if he wants to trust me,
Right.
but I just keep sitting there and, give him a treat and
Hmm.
eventually like it because nothing else is important. As long as I
Mm-hmm.
can, as long as I'm
Hmm.
not missing an appointment, that was where I was supposed to be. And
Right.
Mm-hmm.
it was, yeah,
100%.
it's magical. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, kitty
That's
cats.
so
Yeah.
good.
Um, so can we call you Kate or is it Super Kate?
Super Kate, SK or Kate, honestly.
Oh,
I'm just not a
okay.
Katie. Yeah.
No,
No, I would not.
Mm-mm.
Not
I
at
would not
all.
call you
Okay.
Katie.
So Super Kate, can you tell us you talked about New York and who you used to be and walls up.
Hmm.
So can you tell us who you used to be and how that journey got you to where you are now?
Yeah. Uh, I I knew from like a junior high age that I wanted to be in the entertainment world. The
Okay.
original was I wanted to work backstage in theater. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
what that meant, but I
Hmm.
just knew that was what I had to do.
Yeah.
And so I went into college and was just everything theater, every minute of my day theater. Got an amazing like job in Chicago at Steppenwolf right after college and worked at the Goodman. Like I had a really incredible like liftoff right
Yeah.
after college.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize that in that moment, I wasn't, it was going to be my life. And right at the point when I was kind of like, do I want to become a freelance stage manager or, and do the whole struggle of finding a job after a job? Or do I follow this crazy ass dream that just appeared out of nowhere, which is another story of studying essentially like fusion belly dance in Kentucky. And that's what I did. So I left my career and moved to Kentucky and did that. And then after not being satisfied with what Kentucky gave me as a career, even though my creative life, my soul,
Yeah.
like the drum, the flow that
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know existed in me was just pouring out of me.
Mm.
Um, but I needed something else.
Mm-hmm.
I needed a little more of a purpose.
Hmm.
So I went to LA and worked in television. I was a production assistant. I
Hmm.
was an office manager at an animation studio and then became a sound engineer for voiceovers. So a lot of animation that you
Yeah.
saw back in on Adult Swim back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
I was recording those people. And
Huh.
it was amazing. It was amazing
Mm-hmm.
working with all of these incredible talented, I mean, celebrities, yes, but just talented humans across the
Mm-hmm.
board And then it went to that freelance, you're going to have to be freelance. And I was like, I just don't think I want this. So I went back to Kentucky.
Really?
It's, yeah, a crazy transition place for me.
Okay.
And then I
Yeah.
got an opportunity to work as like a person, personal slash executive assistant for a musician. And
Wow.
I decided I wanted to live in New York while I did that. So I moved to New York,
Yeah.
and it was pretty much everything I expected it to be and wanted it to be.
Mhm.
The energy of the city, amazing. My job was becoming more and more of my identity. I didn't think I would let it be that, but it was becoming that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted more from the job, and I didn't understand how that wasn't going to be what I wanted, wasn't actually going to be from the job. I was
Mm-hmm.
seeking something else, but I kept putting more and more time
Sure.
into, you know,
Yeah.
production management. I started doing tour management. I became my boss's music manager for a little while. Like I was doing, a 90-hour work week, and I was completely unsatisfied as a human. I
Hmm.
was
Hmm.
complaining constantly
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and didn't feel, I didn't know this at the time, but didn't feel like I had any agency over my life,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Hmm.
because I was working for that person.
Yeah.
So they were supposed to provide for me. Like they were
Mm-hmm.
supposed, and it it came to a head. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
happy. They weren't happy.
Hmm.
So I moved back to Lexington, and the job ended. And
Yeah.
at that moment, I was so burnt out. I didn't want to talk to my friends who
Right.
were so excited to see me. I wanted to just tell everyone to fuck off. I was
Mm-hmm.
angry. And I hated that I was
Mm-hmm.
angry, but I was so
Yeah.
angry.
Yep.
And then I had this like
Hmm.
amazing dinner with a friend who I knew from California, who was also a dancer I knew out there.
Hmm.
But I thought she was like the only other goth in Kentucky. And so we met up. And I'm like, ah, goth
Yeah.
people in Kentucky, we're being goth together in Louisville. This is amazing.
Hey.
But we ended up talking about Pilates. She's a Pilates teacher.
Okay.
We went down a rabbit hole of anatomy. And I was like, I need to get back in my body. I've been dancing this whole time. I've been traveling to different cities and doing gigs with my friends, but
Yeah.
I I was like, I know movement. I
Mm-hmm.
this is yeah, let's do this. And I
Hmm.
very quickly became a teacher. I
Hmm.
was eventually going to have my own studio,
Wow.
and my I planned on my studio opening April 1st of 2020. But I
Oh.
got very lucky that the paperwork never got signed.
Oh, thank God.
So,
Man.
yeah, I was but in the course of this, like I went head first again,
Sure.
like I
Mm-hmm.
have to make this work. This is everything to me. This is
Yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
working as a Pilates instructor basically for like 40 hours a week is a lot of energy. But I
Yes.
thought
Hey.
this is what I have to do because I'm so good at this and I get to have these hours. Like, I have to do this. I have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Never like that burnout just continued.
Right.
The
Right.
boundaries were still just disappeared to
Yeah.
some other realm. And then after being virtual, and even though my hours were much smaller as a virtual teacher, we moved here in 2021, and I kept barreling forward. I kept thinking, if I learn this, if I do this, if I market
Hmm.
it this way,
Hmm.
and kind of that whole like we're moving kind of out of the pandemic and people want in
Yeah.
person. But just, I think a lot of us were going through that manic part of how do we make this work now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until I was sitting, this is really when I first felt it. I
Hmm.
was sitting watching the snow one day, and I love snow. I love
Hmm.
snow so much.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you at home, I have snow tattoos. Like I love snow.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
being able to just sit and watch snowfall,
Mm-hmm.
everything felt settled.
Mm. Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I thought, why can't I just sit here?
Yeah.
What is this? Like, we've been making all of these rules for ourselves.
Yeah.
And that was when things started changing. And so, yeah, I still deeply believe in movement. I believe that
Right.
in order to truly know yourself, you knowing how your body feels and how feelings feel in your body is
Mm-hmm.
important. How thoughts make you feel and how you can manipulate those thoughts through changing how your body's feeling. All of that is interconnected. And it was all of a sudden all of a sudden, here I was in a career that I'm now technically freelance for as long as I'm a business owner, right? I mean, that's what we are. Everything I'd been running from, and I'm here now. All the mindset work that we go up against,
Right.
and the growth that I am really proud of the stuff that I've done in my lifetime. It took me
Mm.
a while to really get that.
Mm.
And it just occurred to me a few days ago how distant I am from that life, too.
Mm-hmm.
And how this version of me
Yeah.
is, I am so much more deeply proud
Mm.
of this version
Mhm.
that while I will continue to talk about my time in the entertainment world and
Right.
the ridiculous stories I have from that, and this may not seem as exciting for a lot of people, this me and what I have been through and
Yeah.
chosen to get to be this version, so much cooler.
Yeah.
So much cooler. Yeah.
I love that.
There is my long answer. How's that?
That was
That
great.
was amazing. And boy, I love how you were able to release. You just let go. You surrendered, right, from the
Mhm.
entertainment industry. I almost said injury. Maybe that was
There was a bit
injury.
of
Might have
that,
been
yeah,
one of
in a
those
way.
too.
Might have been a
Yeah.
little injury there, a little trauma. You just released and it feels like you felt your intuition. Okay, Pilates, here we go.
Yeah.
Not a great fit. And so you released again. And now here you are.
Mm-hmm.
There
Yeah.
is so much power in surrender and
Yeah.
silence
Mm-hmm.
and like watching the snow and just being. So I love
Mm-hmm.
that for you.
Yeah. I'm I I am not a total woo type of person, but I absolutely believe in intuition,
Oh yeah.
and it has guided the best decisions I've made in my life.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And whether those were yeses or nos,
Yep.
but
Mhm.
I I do believe that there was a period towards like the last year of my time in New York
Yeah.
where it was really trying to get me to pay attention.
Oh
And I
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
just, what happens when our nervous systems are dysregulated,
Yep.
we lose that connection to
Mm-hmm.
listen to
Yeah.
it,
Oh yeah.
right?
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, no, you don't have a say here. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is
Mm-hmm.
everything that I think I'm supposed to be going towards.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Right.
my body's like, one of these days, you'll know. And I did.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
like what you're talking about with your Pilates studio, and boy, I didn't get the paperwork signed. My thought with that was, the universe is always trying to save our butts. Prime
Hmm.
example,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
though at the
and
time we're
I
like,
think
no, but I really want this thing.
well, and I think the getting into the Pilates thing definitely
Yep.
um started to guide you on the right path. It's just you were like we're going to go 100% in, 110.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's like just like you said, like learning your boundaries and learning, you know, to,
Yeah. Well, and for those of us who normalize working 70 or 80 hours a week, whether we like it or not, if it somehow ties into like, this is part of our, this helps our vision, we can normalize all that work. And so I was like, of course supposed to open a studio, and of course I'm supposed to work all these hours. And this society's telling me I'm supposed to work all of these hours. And I understand I'm coming from a very privileged place. I get that. I know that being able to not work 80 hours a week is a huge privilege, especially now.
Right.
But I didn't think I couldn't. Now, do I spend a lot of time like in my business now? Absolutely. But it is drastically both less, and the intention and the energy is completely different than what it was before. It's not scarcity. It's I'm genuinely interested, and I'm also interested in spending 2 hours sitting on the back deck waiting for a cat
feral cat.
to eat a treat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it.
Or spending like 10 minutes staring at a baby groundhog that's running around the front yard. I mean,
Yes.
Those two.
I love it.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
like,
sorry
how-
for your grass, but you know.
oh, yeah. I mean, that's an issue. And
They're
we've never
so-
seen a little one. We've only
Yeah.
seen the big ones. So
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah.
a little fuzzy one.
Yesterday I was on a call and
Yeah.
my husband came and stood at the other end of this area,
Yeah.
trying to get my attention to tell me that there was a little teeny tiny baby bunny out in the yard. He was like, "It's so cute."
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
let me tell you, the little baby groundhogs are super cute until they crawl up in your car.
Oh no.
It was fine. It survived. I freaked out. Long story short, but it's only cute until that happens.
Yeah.
Not so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
SuperKate, can you tell us or share with us some strategies that you use that you also use with your clients who are who you used to be, right? I got to work 80 hours. I got to do the things. I got to push myself. I got to go.
Yeah.
To help them stop and hear and listen, right? Just like you did.
Yeah.
What are some things that you can suggest, or how do you work with your clients?
Yeah. One of the first things, which is often the hardest, is just getting the sense of breath back in their bodies and understanding how the body can feel breath in different ways. So depending on, sometimes I still do, like, I mean, I do movement with a lot of my clients still. So I can put them in different positions with, you know, an inflatable ball or something like that, that changes their relationship with their breath.
Right.
For those of you listening who may not, you know, be interested in doing something like that, or just sitting and wanting to experience a different sense of breath, it can be as simple as sitting against the back of your chair. And when you're breathing, sending that inhale into the back of your chair and feeling how the back of your chair supports your back. And when you do that, does that make you more aware of the low back? Does it make you more aware of your feet on the floor? And just beginning to sense different spaces that we often ignore because we shallow breathe all the time. And while I think that, certain breath work practices are amazing, it really can just be that simple.
Right.
It can be just breathing. And I will do that in the middle of my day, in between clients,
Oh, yeah.
because it's the quickest way to get back in my body. I also talk with them about when they are feeling the most chaotic. Is it the morning or is it the evening? How do they talk to themselves in that moment? And when they talk to themselves like that, where do they feel that in their body? For me, that ends up being in my shoulders and a tightening in my chest. And so I begin to not just change what I'm saying, it's simply noticing where I'm feeling it, because that will bring so much more awareness to how words, because we spend so much time in our head, how words are impacting our body. I mean, then the next step is like, how do we change the words just a little bit? So, if I was actually having a conversation the other day with someone who really struggles with the thought of my worth is tied to everything I do, and I have to be busy. Like, I can't stop. And so staring at snow is, makes you, who are you then? Who are you if you're just staring at snow? So I just suggested, okay, if you can't wrap, and it's totally fair, if it's really difficult to wrap your head around, I am not allowed to stare at snow because I have too much to do. Again, feel where that is in your body. And then say, I might, at some point in my life, be able to stare at snow without it affecting my worth. And that tiny opening helped me, but has helped my clients, because it's not the toxic positivity that that was shoved down our throats for a long time.
Yeah.
But the smallest, tiniest possibility, because I do think that most of us hope. And so if you can open that tiny little door for a second,
Yeah.
that's all it needs.
Yeah.
Just that little crack of light.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how, I can't come up with the words of how to ask this. What brings your clients to you? Like, when do they get to the point that they realize
That's a good
they
question.
need a SuperKate?
Yeah.
Yeah. They are tired of resenting their family members. They're tired of being made out to be they've been complaining so much about their own lives.
Sure.
It is now starting to be reflected back to them that they did that.
Okay.
And most of us don't, we're not necessarily narcissists, but things get hard. And so we can end up in these echo chambers. And how we process, I mean, I'm a very audio processor, so I'll talk a lot of stuff out. And they will start receiving the information back, like, what, you just always complain. Like, don't you have something nice to say? I wish you would pay attention to me.
Okay.
Like, why can't you just watch this TV show with me? And they're like, but I am. No, you're not. You're on your phone. You've been on your phone for like 3 months now. You've actually never watched a TV show with me.
Yeah.
and they begin to see how they've been the victim in their lives, at least currently.
Yeah.
But they don't, they want so much. They want so much. And we all want so much. It is hard to want so much, though. Especially when the world tells us that we can't want, and then it makes it difficult for us. But I think it's really that point when they finally hear, reflected back, how all of the feelings that they've been feeling are now pretty obvious to everybody else.
Right. Well, and that's what we do, right? As coaches, as healers, we hold that mirror up to them.
Yeah.
And it hurts. Truth hurts. And then we're there to support them. And okay, great. You've seen yourself as you are. Now, let's move forward.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, so SuperKate, here's something that came up for me. How did you get your name SuperKate? There's got to be a story behind that.
It's not the story everybody wants to hear. Freshman year of college. So my real name is quite long. And no one has ever called me by my real name because it's too long. So I've always been called Kate, which is really what my dad and my mom wanted. They just wanted a stronger version of Kate. So I was always called Kate. And since my last name is Slepichka, nobody ever called me by my last name. Like, I was a jock. Nobody ever, I don't know if you remember, but like back in the day, like hey Johnson, or, whatever. Like
Last
that was
name, right.
it was an easy nickname.
They weren't
I was
your
just
last
Kate,
name.
and I appreciate Kate. I appreciate that name, but I wanted something else. And freshman year of college, my best friend at the time had 12 nicknames on top of having like a really cool name. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? 12 nicknames? Like who? And
Who
just
needs that many?
yeah. And so we were coming back from spring break in San Francisco, and I said, I need a nickname. And she said, what genre do you want? I said, superhero. I don't know. Just figure something out. I clearly can't name myself. And an hour later, she said, SuperKate's the only thing that comes up. So from that moment forward, I started introducing myself as SuperKate, which is awesome. And the pressure that I put on myself to live up to that name, and the pressure I assumed other people were putting on me, that is another part of that whole layered story of like how I burned myself out multiple times. Yeah. And there's only been one really strong moment and kind of like a half moment where I refused to call myself SuperKate because I was so nothing in my body felt like I deserved that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so there was like a month when I was in New York that I didn't even, but that was a shocking moment for me to have made it to my late 30s and and been like, no, you don't get, this is not who you are. How dare you? But then I came out on the other side. And now, even so, about a year ago, I was like, am I SuperKate? Because do I want the pressures of that? And then can I separate what I believe are the pressures of that and it just be a name? And
Interesting.
so that's why I leave it up. Like, SK is great, Kate, SuperKate, but I am still reminding myself, because I spent, the better part of 30 years owning that name in my cells, saying SuperKate does not mean you have to accomplish everything. It can simply just be. You can just be.
Exactly.
And I was part of one of my podcast episodes too. Yeah. So
that's amazing. Speaking of
So
podcast
sorry.
episodes, no, that's
No
that's
big,
Okay.
no big
great.
story there.
Well, so
No, I dig it. I think it's
yeah.
interesting though because one, of course, it's a interesting. Like people are intrigued. They're like, "What,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
SuperKate?" You know. But to me, it's far less about like when I hear that name and I see your face, I just I feel like it's just the entity of you. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
your
Mm.
value of what you're
Good way
putting
to
out
say
in the
that.
world or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like you stand strong, like you're like this
Right.
super and I don't want to say superhuman because you're not no, you're just Kate.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
just super Kate.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. I feel
Yeah.
like
And I love
that.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks. Thank you.
But I also think it's funny that you go by SK because that's what my best friend since like second grade has called me is
Oh
SK
my
because her
gosh.
sister was a Stephanie too. And so we had to differentiate between the Stephanies. So her and her family, her whole clan calls me SK.
SK.
And but nobody else is really allowed to call me SK. Uh,
Interesting. And now you're
Awesome.
Keenan too.
I'm Keenan, yep. And
Oh,
Steph.
the names and
And
stuff.
then of course my dad will come up with the goofy nicknames, but
Which is
Goober.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
that's adorable though.
when I was 3, his co-pilot called me Little Goober, and so then I named him Big Goober.
I was gonna say he's got to be Big Goober if you're a little
He
Goober.
was Big Goober, and I was Little Goober, and then it stuck. And yeah, my dad and my sister still refer to me as Goober in public, and I'm like, could you stop, please? But it's okay.
Endearing, kind of sweet.
It is.
Wendy, do you have a nickname?
I don't think I do.
Wendy, darling.
Back in the day, when I was still employed at a job,
Mm-hmm.
I worked with a great group of women. We were great friends and we had nicknames for each other. And I was Wendell.
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 Cool.
Was Mr. Wendell the song on the radio?
I don't even know that. No.
I'm gonna have to play it for you later.
Huh. Yeah. So I don't know. Hmm. I may need a nickname. I think I do.
Yeah, I think you do.
Okay. Talk amongst yourselves, figure it out.
Okay.
What else, Steph?
Um. So, what is your favorite thing that you do to help your clients?
Oh, that's a great question.
It's it's getting them to feel something differently,
Hmm.
like feel it. So with my movement clients, it's getting them to do a movement in a new way or to get them to do something a little bit like a heavier weight or for a longer period than they expected themselves to be able to do. And with my coaching clients, it's that deeper sense of, oh, this is how this feels, as opposed to what I'm used to, going into this situation feeling. Like I've had the privilege of working with a teenager for a few years now, and he was kind of an old soul already, but
Yeah.
watching him begin to pay attention to how people make him feel,
Right.
and how he was talking the other day about how he has to adapt around differently to different people. And I was
Mm,
like, oh my goodness, to have that awareness at such a young age
that's
is
big.
both, yeah, amazing, and also, wow, that's a little disheartening that you already see this happening, because you're
Yeah.
going to see all the masks that we all wear all the time. but being able to discern, is this adaptation necessary, or is it because I've just gotten used to doing it? And
Right.
so, yeah, he was like, oh, I guess this person, it is necessary. This other person, I have been doing it unconsciously, and I think I can navigate that differently in the next time I see them. And I was like,
Right.
okay.
That's
And
good.
to watch him settle into that, it was really, yeah, I love watching the settle, I
Yeah.
think is really what it is. Yeah.
The settle is good.
Yeah.
Great.
Very cool.
Hmm.
So what are all the ways that people can work with you? Because so like you brought up somatic, you brought up movement. Like what are the ways people can
Right.
work with you?
Yeah. So I have group classes that I do about 3 times a week for movement that are Pilates and weight training based.
Hmm.
I also still do one-on-one movement training,
Hmm.
but I like to combine that with my coaching now. Or
Yeah.
you can just simply just do coaching,
Right.
knowing full well that we're I want you to get to understand your body and feel it
Yeah.
better. I respect the fact that everybody has a movement form that they are drawn to more than others. So I
Mm-hmm.
want you to do the movement that you're really excited about. But
Hmm.
it should be a part of your body. It should be a part of your practice.
Yeah.
And so, if it's not, how do we get you there? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I really love the going deep dive. I My group classes are kind of my group movement classes are the only group thing that I've been interested in recently.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And I've just been more focused on getting, yeah, getting to know the one-on-one clients deeper, getting to know their sphere within
Mm-hmm.
themselves and their body and their family. That
Mm-hmm.
that's exciting to me. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And you have a podcast.
I do. Yeah, it
Okay.
started a little over a month ago now. Yeah.
Sweet.
Congratulations. What is it
Awesome.
Thank you.
called?
It's called Connecting with
Mm-hmm.
SuperKate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, where's your podcast? Is it?
Pretty much everywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Nice.
yeah, I want it to be accessible. So I just said let's get it as many places as possible. I do have YouTube videos of every episode
Okay.
also.
Cool.
And right now it's being released every Tuesday.
Okay.
And the cadence has roughly been solo episode,
Yeah.
then guided meditation, then solo episode, then guest episode.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I love
So
that.
Okay.
Very
Uh,
cool.
Beautiful.
thanks.
And we've got what is your website? That's probably is that the best way to find
Yeah.
you and
Yeah.
all things? Okay.
Yeah.
What is that?
TheSuperKate.com.
TheSuperKate.com. Of course it is. Of course it is. That's perfect.
There are other SuperKates in the world. I
No.
will acknowledge that. The
Right.
just simply superkate.com has existed since at least 96. So,
Wow.
yeah, pretty much when I got my nickname, I was like,
Yeah.
wouldn't it
Get a
be cool to
website.
have I had no need for a website back in college, but yeah, but somebody from Norway, I think, already had it. So amazing. She still has it. It's
That's
fantastic.
awesome.
So the Superkate. Yeah.
The SuperKate. I love it.
Super Kate. I love
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Awesome. Well, this has been so fun.
it's been so
Yeah.
fun. Thank you
I
so
can't
much
believe
for
that we're
joining us.
spent an hour of talking already because I feel like
Oh my
we're
gosh.
like just begun, you know? I'm like,
It
oh,
really feels like it. Well,
Can
so
I ask you all
SuperKate.
a question?
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you celebrating this week
What am I not celebrating
or
this week?
excited about? Like personal, professional, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Just I really feel and I'm being shown that everything is opening up. So I'm just celebrating that and saying, thank you, more of this, please.
Awesome. Awesome.
I have many things to celebrate, but presently I'm going to celebrate. I've put my art into
Oh,
an
right.
art show thing that it kept going like, I was going like next round, next round. And it was one of those things that I really was like, I am not going to make it far in this.
And
I
you
made
did.
it to top 12. I made it to the 12th position, and then you had to be top 10 last night. So, so I am no longer in the contest, but I made it to freaking 12. Like,
That's
that's
amazing.
incredible.
Go you.
Yeah.
So that was really exciting, and I am celebrating that. It is also very close to my birthday, so I'm very
Ah,
excited. And just, yeah, also that, similar to Wendy, as we were talking about earlier, just that embodying, like, everything's just coming into place and feeling good. And, like, I'll get calls from Jen all the time where she's just like, I can't believe what you're doing now. Like, look at you. Like, just being like the proud coach that's like, yay! I can't. Do you know you talk differently now? Do you know this? And I'm like, yes, I know. Thank you. I'll appreciate it. So yeah, just celebrating that it's all feeling good, and things are moving forward in the right ways.
yeah. Thank
Awesome.
you for asking, Super Kate. I don't
And
think
Of course.
anyone's ever asked us that.
I know. What are you
Well,
celebrating?
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the cat, which is very cool, I'm also celebrating the fact that my stepdaughter, my partner's daughter, was here yesterday. We haven't seen her in a little while, so it was really great seeing her, and we're gonna probably see her for a little bit next week too.
Yeah.
Yay.
But yeah, just I I'm lucky. My dad always used to say that we were pretty damn lucky, and I absolutely agree. And so
Oh,
I try not to take that for granted. Yeah.
I love that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
Cool. All right. Other than that beautiful note, is there anything else you'd like to leave the audience with?
I believe in you.
I love it.
That's
Excellent.
amazing.
All right. Well, we will see you next time.
Wait,
Excellent. Oh,
wait.
I know.
If you've loved this episode, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell and hit the
yeah.
buttons and all the things because it does help us to get seen by more women so that we can help others shine their light bright just as you are.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Thank you,
Awesome.
Wendy, because you always remember that, and I never do. So thank
Sometimes
you.
I do. Yeah.
Yay. All right.
Thank you
Have a
both.
great
I really
day.
appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you, Super Kate.
you. Really love
Thank
this.
you. Bye.